Hello tacticians, it's Nox here playing Warhammer 40k Tacticus. And today we're going to be looking at Darkstriders Quest, or more specifically, the items which are available to farm within this quest. Now, whilst you're working your way through the quest, it is important to note that you are only allowed to use Tau, Empire and the Ultramarines. And, unsurprisingly, most of the items that you get are actually items for these. However, there is some crossover with the Eldar and Necrons should you need to farm any of their items too. As always, in the legendary encounter you can get the Engram Neurochip, which is a legendary upgrade with a 75% drop rate. Now this can be gained elsewhere in the game, however obviously at a much lower effect. The best you can get it at is at a 40% drop rate in the Indomitus Elite Mission 30. Otherwise you're looking at a 17% drop rate in the Fall of Cadia Mirror Mission 62. So if you have any units that require this, this is obviously your first and most important mission to complete and farm. Having said that, the Epic and Rare have also got items which are really good too. Most notably is the Hyper Material Shifter. This is needed by virtually all Necrons when they hit silver rank, and is probably one of the better ones to do if you are still upgrading your Necrons. However, as we all know, there are probably better characters to upgrade than the Necrons at the moment, but if you are struggling in their campaign, getting the rank higher in silver wouldn't be a bad thing to help you complete it. The Bionic Neural Pathways in Epic Encounter 1 is needed by, well, almost every single character in the game. As such, if you can only get this far, it's actually a very good item to store. However, as with the others, we only need this when we hit silver rank or above. The Sensor Suite in Rare Encounter 4 is solely a Tau item. So if you are still working on Tau, such as Ray Vass or Show Sil, then this is obviously a very good one to have because you do need it in multiples of 9 to get through silver and into gold. If, however, you're more of an Eldar fan, then Rare Encounter 3 is probably where you should be looking, because the ancient runes here are needed for both Eldari and Tau. The final one to mention is Rare Encounter 1, because this stim injector is solely needed by the Tau at the moment, although I could see it being used with other factions because it seems fairly generic. As with all other quests, they are also offering a quest bundle, which will offer you a few orbs, some requisition scrolls, and some extra tokens to do some more of the missions. However, because this is Darkstrider, and to be honest, unfortunately he's not really used anywhere, I would definitely say give this a hard pass. Also, as with all other quests, should you require a few more attempts, you have got the option to purchase the extra 6 attempts with Blackstone. Again, this probably isn't the best use of your Blackstone, or to actually watch adverts. Now, watching the advert raises an interesting question. Is watching an advert to get a 75% chance of getting a drop that you require better than spending it in the store? Personally, if you are again looking at the legendary item here, I would say yes. This legendary item will never appear in the store, and as such, even though it's a 75% drop rate, you're probably better off farming this, again, if you require, rather than refreshing the store. For the epic items with the power weapon field, the hyper material shifter, and the bionic neural pathways, it gets a bit more hazy. Because of the low drop rates elsewhere, again, I would say if you are particularly farming these to gear up a specific character, I would actually use the refreshes here to have another go at these encounters. However, for the rare and below, I would actually only start refreshing the shop because you can actually get more there than you would here. And some of the drops in rare you can probably find at 75% or higher in the campaign missions themselves. As you can see, I haven't yet done the legendary. I'm actually waiting for my tokens to refresh, and I haven't by any means done 100% on all of these. Getting these event crates are important because they do give you much needed Xenos badges, but it's not the end of the world, and unless you have a very high geared team, you're very unlikely to unlock the crate at the end. So if you are close to opening the next crate, by all means go back and try and get a few extra points on the ones you missed. Weirdly, I find common one of the hardest ones to do, mainly because you're not supposed to take any damage, and well, I'm a bit careless, so I always do. So how are you doing at Darkstriders Quest? Maybe you've 100%ed everything and are quite happily farming the items you need. Or maybe you're struggling at the earlier encounters because you haven't quite got your toons geared up yet. Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in joining any of the guilds that I belong to, have a look on screen and get in contact because we are always looking for new players. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you on the battlefield.